Robinson, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Fine, thank you.
Karibu tena.
Asante sana.
So I want to, because we're supposed to talk about how to get out of debt. But before that, we're talking about couples and money.
Yeah.
And the question is, would you reveal your income, or rather how much you earn to your partner, especially if they are consistently asking, right? They're consistently borrowing money.
Wow, what a great question.
Yeah.
I believe this is a good question
for
the conversation that you've been having in the morning, and maybe to have a feel of maybe how we should actually maybe treat money in our households.
Yes.
Because this affects each and every family, each and every household, each and every professional. So it's a good thing that we know how we should handle money from the household perspective. My own opinion.
Yes.
And this is my personal opinion.
Your personal opinion. Your tech.
Opinion.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes, my tech. Is that most of the conflicts that we have in the house are actually around money. Because one has a budget that is not maybe included into the main budget.
Yeah.
Somebody has his perceptions, his expectations that are not maybe included into the budget. So when you now, as a family, you need to come up with a single budget, which now captures each and every person's expectations. Then once you've done this, you'll be able to now meet everyone's expectation. Nothing will come out as unexpected. Because if you had a budget, we say that we're going for a holiday in December to Mara, then that will be there. Somebody will not come up with another issue that we need to go to Lamu for another festival.
Yeah.
So we need to, at the budget setting process, you need to have each and everyone's expectations met according to your incomes that you're receiving. Remember, you need to live within your means. And any other expense that comes outside the budget means that you're living beyond your means. And right from there, you're going outside your financial goals.
Okay.
So,
Go ahead.
So as couples, we need to work together. Remember, any team that is divided, you cannot go anywhere. And as a couple, you need to work together. You're not in competition. You need to work together, pull together, and make sure that the family stands and you attain your financial goals.
In working together, Robinson, does it mean that I need to reveal my income to my partner and they need to do the same?
Yes.
Do I have to be transparent and say I'm making 100K?
Transparency is key, because when everyone knows that this is the much that I'm earning, then you tend to be within the expectations.
Okay.
However, it's good that everyone should bring something on the table. Yeah.
Everybody should bring something on the table.
Something on the table.
Yes.
So that we don't have someone feeling that, okay, I'm doing so much in this unit. In as much as maybe the husband is maybe actually the breadwinner.
Yes.
Then what other ways, what other activities can we have as a family so that we contribute to the family income?
Yes.
So when you have everyone having at least contributing to the family income, no one will feel I'm doing so much than the other person. So transparency is key. And again, someone will feel I'm being so obligated, and marriage becomes like a slavery kind of association, whereby I have to be reporting to somebody.
Yes.
Every time I earn some amount of money, I need to report how much I've made.
Yes.
Any other activity, any side income that you're getting, you need to report. So it has to be with the openness that it requires. And again, it's not, let it not be obligatory. Yani isikiwe ni kama sheria kwamba if you don't trust your partner with money, then how else will you trust him?
Yeah.
How else will you trust him if you are not able to trust him with the finances? Because what brings the mistrust in finances is actually that maybe there's something else kando that you're doing.
Yeah.
Some other projects that are not maybe for the family. For a man will be suspected of maybe having
another family. Yeah.
Which is one of the critical things, and that's why you have your spouses maybe demanding that they need to know how much how much you're earning. So it's good to have your own sources of income. And again, 100% declaration is, however, somehow difficult. Yes, it's important, yes, but to maintain that level of transparency is difficult at times.
What level of transparency is healthy?
Because you realize that we are social beings. Because when we say that I need to be 100% transparent, that means even the amount that I've spent maybe for fare, the amount that I've spent on lunch, the amount that I spent on maybe having a small social meeting, I need to declare that.
Right.
So unaona inakuwa more obligation and more of.
It's like I'm in jail.
Yes. Mimi transparent yangu yaishia kwa mambo ya nyumbani.
Kwa mambo ya nyumbani. Investment
jamani. Hiyo hapo kwa investment, mambo ya kama na nimepanga nyumba, kodi, karo na the normal vitu za kwa nyumba.
Daily expenses.
Monthly. Hizo zimeishia hapo. Hizi nyingine umetaja, kwa mfano ka social meeting, I'm having lunch with Miriam. Hiyo si transparent.
Hiyo si transparent.
Because
at the end of the day, your incomes are the same. If you earn 100,000, then it's 100,000. So somebody will ask, we had a budget whereby we have to spend 50,000. But this month, we have a budget that you have exceeded, we may spend 60. Where is the 10,000?
So even from
so
this,
that's where now the conflicts come about.
Okay, so you talked about having a budget, right? And I like that. If we say we're having a budget, so my partner and I, my future partner and I, we say we're having a budget, and I pull my 100, he pulls his 100, right?
Yeah.
So even my personal expenses, and here I'm saying, when I feel like buying a pair of shoe without being scolded like a child, right, for overspending on a pair of shoe, or when I feel like buying products, by the way, facial products for women, these things are expensive. These things cost money, and at times we do not want to say it out loud. When I just feel like spending, also this has to be included in this budget. Can't I have something for me? Can't I just have something for me, and then you have something for you as well when you feel like hanging out with your boys? Is that possible?
That's why I say that it's good to have your personal incomes that you're generating for yourself. In as much as there's that global income, group family income that you have, there's that you have for yourself, which you can also set aside.
Okay.
From the budget, you can set aside, okay, now this is my personal expenses, and these are my personal expenses. Because, for example, in the work that we do, we normally have events. So we may have an event, maybe let's say in Nairobi. We need to travel, you need to do that. And out of these events that you're having, these are events that are also generating income for the family. So you may be going for a social gathering or a social event, but it's still within your work environment, and you require that for you to deliver on the income. So if you're not able to go for these events or these activities or these social gatherings, or even maybe the makeup, you're a radio presenter, everyone will want to have a good feel, and you should appear well and well presented. So if you're not well presented, then how are you going to deliver on your So these are things that can be discussed, and it's not cast on stone. That once you have a budget, then the budget it can be reviewed from time to time.
What's your opinion on us doing 50, like in this household? We do 50% of Salim's income, 50% of my income. Then we put it in a kitty, and that covers our expenses. And then the other 50%, you figure out whatever it is you want to do with it. What's your take on that?
Is having a common pool may assist, and it can assist if all of you are gainfully employed. in the sense that you once you've come up with a budget, you can decide now to contribute towards that budget. I contribute 50, you contribute 50%. Then out of the 50% that you've contributed and the 50% that you've contributed, that meets your daily operational expenses.
Yes.
That your daily budget. Then on the other half that has remained for you and the other person could be partly left for your needs. That is something that you don't need.
Yes.
But you can still buy it. And other expenses, other personal expenses. Because it's really a very awkward moment when you go for those personal things to your partner. But partner wako unamwambia, you need that personal stuff. Naenda kununua shati leo.
Yes.
And you need to get an approval from that.
From yes.
So it's good to have a common pool.
Yeah.
And again, have those personal expenses that you can have on your own.
Okay.
Yeah.
That goes out to the married people. I
think
sit down and talk about your finances with your partner.
50-50 it is.
50-50 it is.
I'm going to change that next year.
Wait, you cannot change it. You cannot take a U-turn.
What are you saying?
We cannot take. Remember, we just spoke about your friend who took a U-turn and it got so chaotic.
See, mimi yangu iko open.
Yes.
Yeah, you see me yangu kwa table and you know it.
So,
I've been saying it. Sasa si tunaenda kuchange. Like nimeona hapa 50% yako na 50% yangu. Hii ndio tutatumia kwa hii nyumba. Jipange na hiyo imebaki na mimi najipanga na yenye imebaki. As simple as it is.
But you've been providing fully.
Yes.
You've been providing fully. Maintain that.
Kwa nini wewe unalazimisha?
You cannot change.
Mbona unalazimisha?
You cannot take a U-turn.
Mimi no
that depends if all of you are gainfully employed.
Yeah, we are. Yes, and she's listening.
But if somebody
good
then
example
you're not maybe gainfully employed, you have a housewife, then you need to fully provide.
Yes. No, but they're all gainfully employed.
Okay.
But he has from the initial, from the beginning, he always let his income out in the open, let it known, and then now they use it.
They use 100%.
Yes.
Okay. Mimi she knows. That's why anasema. Mimi kwenye life yangu I do everything.
Yeah.
I cut for everything. The other human being
the other human being
yes.
Ana chip in
where necessary.
Where necessary.
Yes.
For example, ikifika wakati of course dosa nyingine imekwama. So kuna vitu zingine hizo ndogo sijui ni stima, sijui ni gas, sijui kama ni fizi inatekana, alafu mimi bado kuna mahali kuna nini sawa, kwa sababu watoto kidogo Miriam knows. So ana chip in sawa. Sasa hivyo ndivyo tumekuwa tukifanya. Nao mmeleta history ya 50-50. Hutaki kwa nini wewe? Mbona wewe hutaki?
Robinson.
Mbona ni wewe hutaki?
Robinson, this will take us till to
the 50-50 will come in when the other person is gainfully employed. But again,
she is.
Yeah, she's gainfully employed.
Yes, I know she is. I'm talking of a person that I know.
So, but to him, he just decided that I'm going to be a provider, and I'll provide 100%, whether the other person is gainfully employed or not. So he's just, he's just performing his duties.
Yes.
No, I have.
So he maintains that.
Nimechukua ushauri. He is a financial advisor. Na wewe umeanza asubuhi. Na nimekwambia.
I've said do not take financial advice from me.
Yeah? Now, but I'm taking from him now.
Maybe let me ask him a question.
Go ahead.
This question will go like this. Assuming that in your 100% provision,
yes,
you have a need for the family. So maybe there's something that has come up.
Yes. And
you still are not able to, within your financial, yani hawezi kusuluhisha hilo. Will you go to your wife and ask for support?
No. If you need ni hapo na anaiona, she always chips in.
So nasikia si 100%.
So it's not 100%.
Ndo nasema if kama ata chip in, that is yenye ilikuwa inahitajika, pengine ni some some, let's say some 10k 15 at a chip in. But the whole mnaita baggage is ni mimi.
So there's still compromise in terms of the level of percentage that you're able to contribute. Everyone needs to participate into the family goals and the family financial goals. You realize that it doesn't have to be an agenda for the husband. Sindio? It should also be yani ichukuliwe pamoja na familia. Ndio adopt the goal to see if they're able to achieve the goal. If for example you have a project that tunataka to plot this year, you want to build next year, the other year. So these are family goals.
Okay.
Sindio? So in as much as he does 100%, then at times anaweza kuwa anataka cement na amepungukiwa, and you have laborers on site. And the wife has money. Will you say that your wife will not support you?
Ata support. But hata hivyo venye mnaongea mimi nimesha make mind. Here 50-50 is a good thing for me.
For you?
For me and my other human being.
You know, you have to now sit down and talk.
I will sit. You don't know me.
You're probably having this conversation with her right now. Why is he respond? Because
saizi hiyo conversation hata yesa yeye ameanza kwa sababu anasikiliza.
Utaniambia venye itaenda, by the way. Do not come back with a black eye tomorrow.
Akona congestion kwa nyumba.
Mistaki. In fact, I've excused myself from this conversation. It's Robinson who said it.
Oh my God.
This all came out courtesy of Robinson. I did not instigate anything.
Unajitoa na wendo ulianza mapema
Absolutely out. Now, Robinson, let's get into debt. Why do most people find themselves in debt?
We find ourselves in debt because I think of the conversation that we've had since morning. So that conversation affects everyone. It affects every household, every family, and in one way or the other, at some point we have interacted with debt. And debt is when you have decided that I want to do a particular investment, and waiting and mobilizing my financial muscle will take a bit of time.
True.
So somebody will go for debt. So when you've made a decision to go for debt, you need to now know what kind of debt am I getting in. There's a short-term debt, long-term debt, and again a medium-term debt. These are facilities that you're able to get from banks, circles, and even on mobile platforms. So it depends on your financial need at the moment, so that you're able to get. So most of the time you realize that at one point we need to get into debt, and that crystallizes into whether that debt is good
or bad.
So what is a good debt? A good debt is an investment that you have made, a loan that you have taken to make an investment that will generate income. So if the debt that you have borrowed is not generating any income, then you'll feel obligated in terms of paying that debt. So the moment it gets to that obligation, then that means that you didn't make a sound decision when you're getting into that debt. And you realize that when you get into debt, we either buy a plot, you build a house, you buy a car, you buy things in the house, maybe TV, fridge, and such. So debt is categorized into investment and consumption debt. So when you're borrowing to spend, then that's a bad debt. To spend, if you're buying a TV, if you're buying the consumption, you want to go for a holiday and you're borrowing, then that's definitely
a bad debt.
Because at the end of the day, you'll be paying a debt that you've not seen the actual value. You enjoyed yourself, yes. But when it comes to now paying the facility, you'll be feeling obligated, and you'll be feeling that I'm not getting a return that is sufficient to the debt decision that I made. So there are different things that you need to look at when you're borrowing. One is interest rates that you're borrowing the facility at, the term of that facility, and then your ability to pay that facility. Mostly, most of the debt will go bad if you have not serviced that facility. And any debt is not free debt, it's free money. Because we have many people feel that now that I'm able to qualify for this facility,
then I'll take
that facility.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
But it's not necessary. If you don't have any plan for that facility,
then it's not necessary.
Yes. Stay without it. Because if you're borrowing without any clear plan, then eventually you're going to use those funds on a different purpose.
Yeah.
And you realize that mostly when you divert loan proceeds and they go into maybe a purpose that you do not intend, then you lose your focus.
Okay.
Into attaining your financial goals.
What shows that someone is getting into a dangerous debt cycle?
In our previous discussion, we had discussed that you need to have an emergency fund.
Yes.
And this will help you sort emergencies that come in. So if you don't have an emergency fund, then it means you don't have anywhere else to get this facility to sort your need from.
Yeah.
So it basically means any need that comes, any emergency that comes, you have to run for a date.
Yeah.
So it now keeps you into a cycle of now borrowing left, right, and center. So you need to have an emergency fund, a cushion that will help you bridge your finances, so that you don't run into borrowing all the time.
Yeah, because you do not have a buffer.
Yes, you need to have a buffer.
Yeah.
You realize that some investments that you're making, we make investments that don't generate any income. You go buy land somewhere, and that land remains idle. You're not cultivating that land. You're not doing any improvement on that land. You're not even planting any trees or anything. So that land iko too bare. So it's an investment that you've made in speculation that the price will go up and maybe in future I'll sell. But eventually when you get into a decision to get out of that transaction, you realize that even the value that you had perceived to have is not even there. You'll go buy a property, let's say 200,000, and when you want to exit, you'll even maybe go lower than the amount that you bought.
250.
So
yes.
So now you've lost value.
Yes.
So when you've lost value in an investment, that means already mwenyewe tayari inaanza kukwaza. Inaanza kukwaza in the sense that we feel ati ile plot nilinunua kule. Like me, I bought some plot in some place hata siwezi kuambia ni wapi. And I've never been there. 10 years ago. Na sijaifika.
Is it still there?
It's still there.
What, have you tried to sell it?
No, I haven't.
You're not selling it?
I'm not selling it.
Why?
We are selling in the same boat.
So those investment decisions that you made at that moment.
Yes.
Mpaka unajiuliza why kwa nini nilifanya kitu kama hii?
At those days when people used to believe that land is a good investment.
Yes. And I'm not.
Do you feel like it still is a good investment or not?
Because we realize that the problem that we have with land is that we want to have the entire Mombasa, we want to have the entire Taita Taveta, we want to have the entire Kwale. And we want to have big chunks of land.
Yes.
Which is actually unnecessary. And you realize that if you invest in land is very liquid in terms of when you want to dispose it off. Huwezi kata kidogo ukauza.
True.
So it means the investment decision that you made to buy land, you'll stay with it for a very long time until the day that you want to dispose. But assuming Salim here, instead of going to buy land somewhere malimbali nini hakuna access and such, he took his 200,000 and invested it in a modern solution that will give him there are solutions that will give you even 50,000 every year on an investment of 250,000.
Yeah.
No, you may invest 250,000 and you're able to get 52,000 out of that investment. So that is better than having that land na iko idle na hakuna kitu inafanya.
Sitting somewhere idle, deep interior.
Yeah. Mahali hata kuenda kupia ni security threat.
It's very bad. Very bad.
Unaweza pigwa na kabufalo hapo.
It's very bad.
So the modern solutions
yes.
that are there now like Mansa X, a solution that we have at Standard Investment Bank,
Yes.
you'll be able to generate, however small, but you'll still be able to generate the 52,000. If you've generated 52,000, you can use that now to pay your expenses. You can pay even your holiday with the 52,000, and your kitty is still there. So the decisions that you have made over time to look for land as maybe the best solution, it's not actually the best solution. Even if you are to invest in maybe real estate,
Yes.
you realize that when you the return for any property is around maybe 10%. Not even 10%. It will take you 10 years for you to recover your investment.
In real estate.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you've invested like 10 million, it will take you 10 years for you to monthly recover up to recoup your investment.
Yeah.
So it takes a longer period for you to realize the goal that you wanted. Your goal was to nikijenga hii nyumba, I'll be able to build inheritance, I'll be able to build wealth for my family.
Yes.
But eventually you realize it is taking me too long for me to double that investment. And you invested 10 million, it will take you 10 years to recover the 10 million. So you realize that with the newer solutions that we have, it can take you up to maximum 4 years, and you have recovered your investment.
Okay, I like what you're bringing up, and you've talked about modern solutions. That means if you're talking about modern, there are traditional solutions, right?
Yeah.
We will look into that, but now still take you back to what habits that show that one is getting into a dangerous cycle of borrowing. You've said not having an emergency fund as one, and then also investing in. And I'll call it unnecessary investment.
Paragasha.
Yes.
Paragasha things.
Yes.
Na invest kwa gari. We.
Oh yeah. No. But with a vehicle, unless you're putting it on the road, how would you talk? Could you talk about that? First of all, it's not. There's this thing about a car not being an asset. There's that whole conversation.
Yes.
Yes.
A car is. It depends on the purpose of that vehicle.
Yes.
So if you say that you're using a car is actually a liability in anywhere that if you're using it not commercially, then it's a liability. Because one, there's servicing of the vehicle. Two, there's daily maintenance in terms of fueling and such. So if your vehicle you're using it for maybe personal purposes, then that's a liability to you. Why do I say that it's a liability? For example, if your daily expense to maintain that vehicle, if you've bought a car and you feel pain going to a petrol station, then at that moment you don't need that vehicle.
Okay.
Because it's a liability to
ngoja ukinunua gari na uhisi uchungu
kuipeleka
kuijaza mafuta hufai kuwa na hilo gari.
Yes.
I say.
Because it means if you're feeling pain in terms of going to the petrol station, that means you don't have the ability to service that vehicle.
Kama
huwezi kuweka mafuta
unasikia uchungu
kuweka mafuta kuiservice utafaint.
Yeah. Meaning you cannot afford it.
Yes, you cannot afford it.
So leave it alone.
So that will bring you to now other expenses that are beyond your budget, and technically you're not able to manage that vehicle.
Okay.
So if you bought this vehicle and you put it into Uber, for example, then that's a commercial asset.
Yes. So
it moves from a liability into now an asset, an income generating vehicle. If you put it, you've bought a matatu and you're running it as in form of a business, then that is a business. If you bought a lorry, it's a light transport or a heavy commercial, that now becomes a different story.
Okay. Now let's say now we've identified that I'm in debt, right?
Yeah.
And I keep accumulating. What's the first step that I should take once I realize that I am in debt and I don't want to continuously be in this cycle of borrowing?
Wow, that's a very good question. The first step to do is that you need to understand the kind of debt that you have.
Okay.
You need to put down all the facilities that you're running, all the amount of debt in terms of amount, in terms of the repayment dates, the interest that you're paying. because these are facilities and decisions that you made, and you felt that this was a good debt, but now you're perpetually in debt, and you're not able to realize your financial goals because you're not able to pay these facilities.
Yes.
So the first item to do is you need to list your debt and know where your money is going. The moment you do that, you now start excuse me, you start ticking off. You can either start with the most expensive.
Yeah.
That is that will save a lot of interest. For example, if you have a debt of 200,000 that you're paying at 10%, you have another debt of 100,000 that you're paying at 20%, another one at 5%. So you should start with the one that has
20%.
20%.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
because that will save you a lot of money. The moment you've done that, you've cleared the first debt. Any other amount you get free of should be committed to servicing the other debts. It's not your moment for you now to start celebrating already. You've paid your first debt, another to celebrate. It will again drive you into further debt.
Yeah.
So you need to focus and commit yourself into paying the most expensive now to the least expensive.
Yes.
There's also another way that you can maybe start with the largest, whereby you start with the smallest. Tumesema the most expensive ile time. So you start with the smallest. The reason why you start with the smallest, it's to give you the morale and the motivation now to keep on paying. Because the moment you clear off the first one, it gives you an additional psych for you to now clear the next one.
Yeah.
And you feel now you're achieving that goal as you've started with the smallest. The second step to do is to change your lifestyle, because you realize that debt comes from lifestyle. How you've been maybe surviving, how you've been living. So you realize that if you're living beyond your means, then it means your lifestyle is a bit exaggerated. So change your lifestyle. Then the other thing is also to create a budget and stick to it. Creating a budget is not a punishment, as most of us will feel that you are obligated into following into your expenses and tracking your expenses. But it's a good thing because it gives you a plan on how to know where your money is going. Because if you go with a mental budget, you always think that I'm doing the right thing. But the day you sit down and write and see where is my money going, because many a times umelipwa leo na kesho unapata hauna kitu.
It's gone.
After a few days unapata hauna pesa. Where did the money go? Unaanza kujiuliza, na nilifanya nini?
Okay, so Robinson, I want to take you before we continue. I want to take you to somebody who we've talked about. List your debt down, right?
Yeah.
And you start clearing, and the people who will clear, you start with the one with the highest interest rate. As you trickle it down, there's somebody who starts with a smaller one. In doing that, I've listed it down, right? And maybe I've started with the one with the highest interest rate. Now let's say my income is, we were working with a figure of what we've been mentioning 100K. So let's still work with a figure of 100K, right? So let's say I've paid the one with the bigger interest, and it's taken, let's say, around 30K or 40K from my income. I'm left with 70, right? And then there's hizi zingine pia. So I'm trying to balance it. I'm hoping that all of this, like, I'm hoping the deadline is not within the month. I'm hoping the deadline is not within the month. If it is within the month, then let's say maybe I'm also sorting out another one that has taken away maybe another 30K. So that's 40 plus 30. I'm at 70, right? And so I have 30K left. Now with this 30K, remember we have daily expenses. We have no monthly expenses. So let's say my total budget in a month, my expenditure is around 60,000, right? That means I've paid rent, I've paid the help, either I've sorted my transport, I've done whatever it is, my bills, electricity, Nini, Netflix, all those things. That includes all of that, including my shopping. All that is under the 60K. This person has already paid off. and they have 30K left, but the expenditure is 60K. Now, what happens with this person? I need to ensure that I get this 60K because this is my monthly expense. It does not change. It hardly changes.
Yeah, it hardly changes.
Right?
Yes.
What does this person do to ensure that they do not go back to borrowing?
Yes, and that's a very good question. Because ideally, when you've borrowed,
Yes.
the essence is to make sure that you've paid those facilities. And how do you pay? When you've realized that you're in a hole
Yes.
and you're not able to get out,
It's actually it here.
you stop digging. How do you stop digging? You stop getting those facilities and treat them like fire. You know, treat moto.
Yes.
You don't you don't play around with fire. So I get your question that you still have other expenses to meet. That's why we say that you need to look at your lifestyle, because this debt was actually brought in by the lifestyle that you're living.
Yes.
So,
True.
that is actually either you overspending, two, impulse buying. Yeah.
Yep.
So you need to drop these habits that are getting you into debt
Yeah.
and review the budget that you have. The moment you realize that you have reviewed your budget, you will find there are other expenses that are actually unnecessary in your budget, that actually keep driving you. If you're going on a lunch outs, a dinner outs,
Yes.
every after two days or 3 days, you cut those. So out of your budget, I'm very sure there are other expenses that you're able to get rid of and out of your budget for you to be able to scale down your debt.
Yeah.
Because if you continue as nothing, as business as usual, then you'll perpetually be in debt.
You'll find yourself in that situation.
You'll
Yes.
be digging.
So
Yes.
pretty much we have to review our lifestyle. We have to review.
Maybe the second thought will be now to see if we have skills
Yes.
that you have gained, and you can use that skill to get some income, an additional source of income. So,
Yes.
you're a presenter here. There's that time that maybe you still have that you could do. There are other online options that you can have. You could maybe have a podcast, a YouTube channel, a TikTok, and you still revamp up your income.
Yeah.
So you need to boost your incomes from your main source of income. You need to have now a boost and have other additional sources of income. You're the same person. I know you'll still be able to make it, because with purpose, nothing is not achievable.
Okay.
Yes.
I like that. Let's listen into one of our listeners here. There's a question. If you do have a question, 0700917917. That's our WhatsApp number. Good morning.
Morning, Robinson. Charles hapa kutoka Bamburi. Let's say you had a debt for a while, and because of historical injustices, let's say maybe you lost your job, or there was COVID, or there was Nini, and for some one reason or another, your loan is now written off, as in the period for which the bank gets the insurance money is already due. Is it a good decision to clear that debt all at once, or would you rather clear it in small amounts and use the majority of your money to then invest somewhere else? What would you do?
What would you do?
If you have you lost your job, and unfortunately that is one of the causes of maybe financial difficulty.
Yeah.
One has lost his job, medical expenses, and maybe COVID for that matter. So the best thing to do is now he mentioned that the loan has been written off. Writing off a loan doesn't mean that that loan is not recoverable.
Yeah.
Banks will still pursue you, and maybe in future have the facility paid once maybe you've regained your footing.
Yeah.
Because any facility that has not been paid is you affected. It affects your credit score. You have heard of the CRB issues.
Yes.
Credit reference bureaus. So it will perpetually be on your CRB list, which will affect your subsequent borrowing. So when you get to such levels and you still have a lot of debt within you, you could approach your bank for a restructure, which is a very good thing, because it consolidates your facility maybe into one. If you're paying 3 or 4 installments, if you consolidate it into one, it will be able to you'll be able to regain some amount on your payslip. Then whether to pay that facility or to do other things. I think that's what I got from this
Yes.
listener. Is that as you cannot prioritize it at the moment to now start paying it full throttle, hands on deck. You still have other obligations. As you said, you still have your monthly expenses to run.
Yeah.
You can now maybe set aside some amount, not entirely the full amount, but you can pay it gradually. But remember, debt is paid on commitment. Not that you have money or anything. It's just a commitment that you make, that I purpose to reduce this debt over time. So it's important that you eventually be able to clear it with time. But once it has gotten to a level of being written off, it means you have not purposely defaulted. Yani hujachukua hiyo mkopo with an intention to default. So it's good that you can be setting aside some amount. And banks, even if it has gotten to a write-off stage, you can still negotiate with them and tell them that I'm able to pay this amount. And again, as you consolidate, you can be doing something else to recover the time that you've lost on your financial goals.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Mimi swali langu ni dogo sana. Kwa sababu tunazungumza kuhusiana na kujitoa, na umezungumza vizuri kwamba either unaanza na deni kubwa ama deni dogo. Kuna ile wakati unaweza kufika umeanza, tuseme mathalan umeanza na yale madeni madogo yenye unaita riba ndogo hiyo, lakini pia deni lenyewe ni dogo. Umefika hapa kwenye hili deni kubwa, mathalan tuseme milioni. Ndilo deni ambalo kwamba ni kubwa in terms ya ile pesa uliochukua, alafu na interest yake. Na hivi videni vidogo vingine vyote umevimaliza, limebaki hilo kubwa. Deni moja. Halafu ukaingia ile umesema celebratory
mode. Celebrating that you have cleared all the
debts. Punguza madeni. Impact yake kama vile Miriam alivyosema kwamba bajeti yako ni ile haipungui, ni 60 ikirudi 55 inachezea hapo. Halafu huku unatakana utoe pesa ni nyingi, ndio ili uweze kupunguza kuregain. Ikifika hapo sasa, maana ushamalizana nayo madogo, una adjust vipi?
Okay. So that's a very good question. As you are clearing off your debt, number one, you should not get into other debts. Sindio? Because bado utarudi pale. So you need to stick to your plan and make sure that you knock off any other debt that is available. Any other amount that is available, you can use it now to clear the bigger debt. So ulikuwa unalipa installment, let's say 5,000 kwa ile installment ndogo. Hii nyingine ulikuwa unalipa 7,000. Sindio? So now you have a free amount of 12,000.
Yes.
This should not now give you a comfort, so that now you start thinking, hey, now I have a freedom of 17. What can I do with this 17? So because that mindset will guide you into another facility. So what you need to do is any other excess amount that you get should be directed to the other debt.
Okay. Yes.
So that you don't give room to yourself to adjust and start taking other facilities. Because it will take you right where you started. So you need to any excess amount needs to be plowed back into the other facility that you're having. And again, you realize that these big facilities, long-term facilities that you take, they are on interest that we call reducing balance. The reducing balance aspect is when your balance is at 1 million, it accrues at 1 million. When you pay this facility to, let's say, 800,000, then your balance accrues at 800,000. So as your balance reduces, you have a greater effect in terms of interest.
Okay.
And you have a greater effect on the principal amount, because your balance now reduces much faster. Than when the balance is higher. So
meaning you're saying the faster you pay off a debt, the better for you.
Yes.
Okay.
Because you gain, for example, if you took a loan of 1 million, the total interest that you have to pay is 400,000. So it's 1 million plus 400. If you pay this debt within a shorter period, the interest that you eventually pay is not 400,000.
It's not.
Oh.
So you'll eventually pay like 200 or 300,000 if
Yes.
you've shortened the period.
Yes.
If you've made lump sum payments to your account that are unscheduled,
Yes.
but yeah, that there's a scheduled installment of that you've been subsequently paying every month.
Mm-hmm.
But now if you make lump sum payment, let's say if you've got a bonus, I'm very sure you'll be receiving a bonus this month.
Yes, yes, we
Swahili
will.
pot.
We will.
So if you deposit that amount into your account,
Yes.
then it reduces the interest accrued
Yeah.
for that entire facility. So if you keep doing that over time, then you recover your facility much faster, and again move on to another project.
All right. Thank you so much, Robinson. You know what? We never get enough of you. It's so honestly, it's past 9. And there's so much to talk about that we've not honestly we've left a lot hanging
Yeah.
still when it comes to debt.
True.
So we will put a pin on it again
Wow.
and hope that you can
We'll
create
do the
time
rest.
for us
Yes.
next week again.
Next week.
Ama una travel
No, I'll not. I had a meeting. I'm not sure when.
we will
It's
talk
not
about
far.
that, right?
Yes.
But so good to have you. We've been speaking to Robinson Mwabili Mwakulomba. He is a financial advisor, Global Market Standard Investment Bank, Mansa X.
Yes.
And of course, they help when it comes to global investment. That's also another conversation that we will have. So, asante sana.
Thank you so much. And I'll be available for the next meeting.
Great.
Yes.
Yeah. In a bit, we are going to speak to an artist, and that is none other than Irie Love. She's in Kenya. Yeah. We'll be back.
Swahili Pot 91.7 FM Mombasa.